Hi, this is Cherie with Rehash Fiber. I have here an ounce of wool Nepps, and I am going to show you what you can do with them today. We are going to have some fun today. I love how everything in the fiber world is usable in one way or another. I received these wool Nepps, and I am going to have a blast making some tweed, and I'm going to take you along with me. Having the wool Nepps, they are a greenish color, and it prompted me to want to dye some of the fiber that I have myself. So we've got some good stuff here that I dyed up. I'm going to run it through the drum carder, show you what I do, and we're going to see how it all turns out. I'm taking thin strips of my dyed fiber and running it through the drum carder because I want the colors all varied. I didn't want thick chunks of any one color, so we'll see how this turns out. So I'm going to do this for a little bit and get a nice thin layer of fiber on my drum carder, and then I'm going to add the Nepps and show you how we begin to make the tweed. I want you to see these wool Nepps that I have, and that is what we're going to put in the fiber. I just take and separate them and just stick them here in the drum carder. You have a couple options. You can do it now while you're carding up the fiber, or you can add them while you're spinning. And I'm just going to work them in, run this around a bit. We're going to add some more. Sometimes I think it's the funniest thing because most of the time we're trying not to have Nepps in the fiber. We want it nice and smooth. This, we are adding it, but it's to make tweed. And what's kind of interesting is that I'm using a wool that's a little bit rough, so I probably wouldn't use it next to skin. So I've decided right now I'm going to make it into a thick yarn for a rug. And so I'm adding Nepps to make tweed, but it has some of its own that are just going to be left in because it's going to be a rug. And you see, the Nepps are all here, and I'm just going to keep adding them. And we'll do a little bit more, and then we'll build the bat some more. My goal for this yarn is a super bulky yarn that I can use to weave a rug. Now I have some of my wool Nepps already in the bat, but I've got a few extra on my lap. That is in case I see an area where there isn't any and I want to add some. This is kind of a rough wool and it's got a little lumps and bumps, and that's all right because it's going into a rug, and it works fine with all the Nepps, the ones I'm adding and the ones that are there. It's just fun to experiment with different things when you're spinning, just to see the interesting things you can come up with. And I think using wool Nepps is one of them. Here it is all finished. Check it out. So because of the colors that I chose, I don't see it as much as tweed. It ended up being more of an art yarn with wool Nepps in it, which is fine. That's sometimes how it goes in this fiber journey. It was fun, and now I've got this great wool yarn for a rug. All right, if you watch the show a lot, you've heard this a lot. And for the rest of you, if you like the show, I invite you to join Patreon. That is one of the ways this show keeps going. Go to my website, rehashfiber.com, and if you contribute just a little bit each month, it helps keep it all going, keeps the lights on, and I'm always on the search for things for you to see, learn, and experience, and I want to bring it all to you for a long time to come. So check out Patreon and also merchandise. Purchase anything, it helps. All right, everybody. So enjoy making tweed with your wool Nepps, and thanks for watching.